So the COVID-19 pandemic, this is something that I didn't want to take lightly, and I haven't been on YouTube for about 3-4 weeks because all of this has been unfolding, and I wasn't sure how it was going to affect my business. Wasn't even sure what kind of message I wanted to bring on YouTube and talk to you guys about, because everyone's being affected by this. This is really scary times. And what I've realized is that there's never been a more important time in my life, in your life, to grow food. And we really need to come together and start figuring out how we're going to supply our local communities, our provincial, and even across the country, how we're going to do that. And whether that's through education, teaching people how to grow food, whether that's your part is just growing food for yourself, everybody needs to start thinking this way, because supply chains are going to start getting affected. Trump just announced that the shipment from 3M, the N95 masks that were coming to Canada, he's withholding those for the US, and this is just the beginning. Like, everyone is worried, and everyone is panicking, and this is going to affect so many things in the world, and we really need to start focusing on what can we do for our communities, what can we do for our families. So we are pushing forward with production. We have about 2,000 overwintered blocks in our greenhouses. I'll bring you guys in there in a minute. We are working on ramping up our spawn production. We're working on ramping up our block production, and we're even toying with the idea of supplying farms in British Columbia and maybe supplying hobby farms with spawn across Canada. This is a new direction that we're deciding if it makes sense, because we don't know how much food we can sell locally. We don't know how long it's going to take to generate a new business model where we can sell our products. So we need to start pivoting. And I'm very fortunate. I have YouTube, and I have a lot of you that follow this channel, and maybe there's an opportunity to work with you, especially if you're in British Columbia. We've stocked up on so much supplies right now. We had a ton of soy hull. I'm getting another shipment of our hardwood fuel pellets for our spawn. We are working on a new grain spawn with millet. All that is going to be really interesting for my business moving forward. And we're in a unique position where we're even working on an expansion for Lab 3, and we can decide to either move forward with that or just worry about cash flow and not do that. And really it's going to come down to, where is the demand? Where can my business help? So I want to propose on YouTube today that if you're in British Columbia, I want to know, are you interested in block sales? Are you interested in sterilized substrate? Or are you interested in inoculated substrate that we could maybe sell by the pallet? And either we could ship that to you, or we could offer a discounted rate where you could pick up on my farm. If you're a hobby grower and you want to maybe buy some spawn off of us, we have lots of sawdust spawn that we have available right now, and we can ship that $85 shipping in Canada wide. It doesn't matter where you live in Canada. If you want to do bulk spawn, I'm going to probably limit that just to British Columbia, because shipping becomes expensive and difficult when we're starting to ship out of the province. So for now, I want to focus on British Columbia, and I think there's a lot of opportunities. Maybe you're farming and you need some help because you've been hit with labor shortages, or maybe you're looking to get into mushrooms, and buying ready to fruit blocks is a great way to do that, so you can feed your local community. I'm interested in helping you if there's a way to do it. So I want you guys to shoot me an email at bcallow@wtfmushrooms.com. Moving forward for my business here, we have some strategies. So if you're in the Okanagan and you're watching this, we're going to be doing a farm stand where you can pick up your mushrooms, and we're going to be generating an email list, and there'll be a link on our webpage probably in the next week or so. So if you don't see that, shoot me an email and say you want to be on my email list, and we're going to take prepaid orders, and then we're going to leave them in the stand where you can pick them up, so you don't have to worry about contact, and you can follow the rules for the COVID-19, and we don't have to have any kind of contact, because you got to take this seriously. But you also got to take seriously, where's your food coming from, and you need to start thinking like that now. And if you want small farms to be here when this pandemic is done, you need to support your small farms, whether it's me or someone else. So we're going to be offering farm pickup, and we're going to be offering probably 2 drop-off locations in probably Peachland and Penticton for sure, and possibly Kelowna. We'll have to see how this works out. It really comes down to how much staff am I able to employ based on what's going on with the cash flow of my business. Now, there is some opportunities that with the government that we're maybe going to be able to take advantage of. And one of those opportunities is if we start showing a 30% loss compared to last year's sales, then the government is going to take care of a 75% wage subsidy, and I'll be able to hire my guys back on full time, which is great. We're also potentially taking advantage of a $40,000 interest-free loan that we can leverage for cash flow and use to grow the business if there's some opportunities here that we can take advantage of and really start focusing on helping our local communities or helping the province of British Columbia. So that's what's going on right now, guys. I'm going to take you through my farm and show you what we're doing, and maybe you'll be inspired by our story and how we're pushing forward, or maybe you have some opportunities that you want to discuss. Leave in the comments below. So speaking of farming and growing your own food, my wife has been working on a garden box project, and I've been helping her do that. So right now we're working on filling all of this with garden boxes, and even over here, and we're going to be doing stuff down there as well right now. So we're going to be growing lots of food. This is for really just staff, family, and our students. Most of our students have had to reschedule for the last couple months, but if we can get students back here with travel restrictions being lifted, we're going to have lots of food for them. And we're really just looking to be able to grow a lot of food for the winter. As far as overwintering, all of this production was done in the fall, October, November. So we have about 900 blocks per greenhouse, and they're just starting to grow. So you can see mushrooms just starting to pin right there and right there. We haven't turned on the irrigation yet, so I still got to come in here today. We're just wetting the floors right now, and because it's really cold, passively just wetting the floors is enough, and we just do that once a day. So this greenhouse is full too. So normally we'd be selling to about 30 restaurants, and all of our restaurant clients are shut down right now. So we're just working on developing a sales model for the public. And I think when it comes down to it, there's a lot of opportunities to be had, and we're going to figure it out. So we're still pushing forward. Putting you guys in lab 2 here. I'll just turn this fan off real quick. So we got lots of blocks in here. We'll have another 800 or so we're going to inoculate next week, and that's going to fill this room down here. And then if the expansion does go forward and there is interest in us supplying blocks throughout BC, we have this whole area right here. So lots of opportunities that we're looking at right now. But you can see everything here just looks beautiful. Really figured out how to limit the mold this year. We're sterilizing all of our sawdust spawn for 18 hours, and then all of these production blocks, which have 50% soy hull and hardwood sawdust. We are sterilizing these only for 2 hours once it gets above 95 Celsius. But everything looks great. So right now we're just keeping the heat on here, and in the other room we actually have the AC on. So we're just using this fan to blow all that warm air into the back, and we're keeping temperatures at about 21 right now in here. I'm just going to turn these off real quick. So that's a quick update of what's going on my farm. Most importantly, I want everyone here to be safe, and if you live in the US, I am really sympathetic to what's going on right now. It's really scary seeing everything on the news, and I really want you to stay safe. You know, think about how you can support local farms, because they are so important. This is a time where we all need to come together. And I can't stress that. It is so important, and we will do our part. We are committed to keep going, and we are committed to figure out what opportunities there are in our local community and within British Columbia and possibly within Canada. You know, I want to thank everyone that has been continuously buying last month our unicorn bags. Our sales have actually gone up at least 20%, and I want to thank everyone that's been buying cultures from us as well. Like, both of those things are great ways to support my business, and I'm just really grateful that people continue to support my business, and we haven't even started growing mushrooms yet. So if there's any way I can help, leave a comment below. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you in the next video.